Hello and welcome back. Today we will be discussing borders and tables in Excel. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to use borders and tables. Now you might think that your data in Excel is already on the table simply because it's in rows and columns, but this is not entirely true. In this lesson, you will learn how to apply borders and tables that will benefit the look and feel of your spreadsheet. Now I would like to begin by showing you where to locate your tools. Let's go up to the Insert ribbon. Let's go to the Table group, and here you will find the table icon which we will be using to create our table. So as you can see, I've already inserted some data for us to work with. So let's go ahead and begin by selecting cell B2. Let's drag it all the way over to K2. And let's go ahead and drag it all the way down to row 21 till all of our data is selected. Okay, so now that we have our data selected, let's go ahead and click the table icon. Now, before you say OK, I would like to point out that by default, Excel will select my data has headers. You want to go ahead and always make sure that this is checked if your data have headers. If not, you want to go ahead and deselect it. In this case, we're going to go ahead and leave it selected. Let's go ahead and say OK. So as you can see, Excel applied a style to my data. Another thing that you may not have noticed, when you created your data, it automatically created the table design ribbon. Now this will give you options to design your table. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the table styles. Let's go ahead and get the drop down. Now this will allow you to hover over each design to try it on your table without making an actual commitment. So I'm just going to hover a few. Then I'm going to go back up and I think I'm going to just select, actually I'm going to go down to the medium row and I'm going to just go ahead and select the third one. Next, I would like to take a look at our table style options. So by default, the header row is selected. The banded rows is selected. Excel also adds filters in case you want to filter your data. So if I was to go ahead and deselect the header row, not only does my header disappear, but my data disappears with it. So let's go ahead and put that back. If I deselected my banner rows, my formatting will go away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back. And I'm going to definitely leave my filter button selected just in case I want to filter my data. So one of the things that's nice about tables in Excel is I can tab through and I won't lose my formatting. My formatting will actually continue. So let's go ahead and place our cursor inside the last cell, which is K21. Let's go ahead and click the tab button and then I will type. I'm going to go ahead and fill up these rows and then I'll hit the tab button again. Okay, so here I just added some random text just for demonstration purposes. But I want to show you that when I hit the tab button, that my formatting continues without me having to make any additional adjustments. So let's go ahead and hit the tab button. And as you can see, my formatting continues. Let's go ahead and tab through. We'll add another row. Let's go ahead and tab through and we'll add one more. Okay, so that's just a demonstration to show you that the formatting will continue. You do not need to make any adjustments when you are using tables in Excel. Okay, and then you are also free to make any changes that you want to make. Like if I wanted to make changes to my font, my heading, because it's a bit dark, I can go ahead and select my text. And then I can just head up to my font. I'll get my drop down and I'll just make the adjustment. I don't like the size, so as we learned when we were reviewing fonts, let's go ahead and decrease the size. Okay. And finally, I just would like to make a few adjustments to the borders just to give the table a little bit more of a finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and begin by selecting cell B2. I'm going to drag it all the way over. Next, I'm going to go to my Home tab. I'm going to get my border drop down, and let's go into more borders. Let's go ahead and get a semi-thick border. Let's get the drop down. Let's make the color white. Let's just go ahead and select it on the inside. Then let's just go ahead and say OK. Okay, so as you can see, it applied the white border to the inside of each column. I want to go ahead and put a border within the table, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this lesson. So let's go ahead and place our mouse inside of cell B3. Let's drag it all the way over to K3 and all the way down until all of our data is selected. I'm just going to head up to the border, and this time I'm going to go all borders, and I'll just do a simple thin border in this case. Okay, so that gives our table a more polished and finished look, and we are going to wrap the lesson up from here. And that wraps up this Level Up lesson. You are on track and well on your way to learning Excel. Go ahead and take a break after you save your work. You certainly do deserve it. Great job today.